Hey, good morning, VCers. Tony here. Tony's LPs are us. Thanks for stopping in. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope your record collecting's great. Hope your system's on top of the charts. I hope everything is good. But I've got some really important news for friends out there that sell records on eBay or or another, maybe another platform. But this is specifically about eBay sellers. Now, I've sold a few records on eBay. Nothing to talk about. I buy records on eBay if I have duplicates, etc. And I talked about flipping records. Is it worth it? And I don't think it's worth it anymore with the fees and taxes, etc. Now, as you know, the original threshold for receiving a 1099K form for sellers on eBay was $20,000 and 2,000 or and $20,000 in sales and 200 transactions. It had to be a combined 20,000 sales to 200 transactions to get, if it's 200 transactions without the $20,000 sales, you were not generated a 1099K form from eBay. Then that changed a few years ago to a $600 threshold, but hasn't been enforced. The IRS said, well, for the year 2023, which was last year, filing taxes for this year from last year, 2023, we are going to punt that down the field, and we're going to establish the original 20,000 in sales and 200 in transactions, so that eBay is not required to generate the 1099 form to send to its sellers if they're under that threshold. Oh, but guess what? eBay is sending them out to folks that are far below that threshold. I received calls from two folks that I know that sell records, and they're under the $20,000 mark, and they're under the 200 transaction mark. One person, a friend of mine, sold about $3,000 and way low below the 200 transaction mark. He received a 1099 with gross sales and all the other accoutrements that come with it. Now, obviously, anyone over $600 must pay their taxes. That's the law. So I'm not telling you if you didn't get a 1099, don't pay your taxes. Don't pay. It's considered earned income. But what happened is eBay now is sending them out to folks that do not fit the threshold, and this is a documented 1099K form that is going to go to the seller, and I imagine it's going to the IRS. The reason I'm putting this out there is because I just want to let everyone know to check your eBay dashboard. If you sell on eBay, you may not have gotten one if you fall under that category, but chances are you're getting one, because I think eBay did not reset their switch to send out 1099K forms to sellers that sell on eBay. It could be anything. It could be records. I'm doing this for my friends that flip records. And, flipping records is not, you're not going to get rich flipping records. You may sell two records that you have duplicates of, and you're going to buy more records. But that's not the point. The point is that somehow eBay is not following the rules of the federal government. They're sending out 1099Ks for the year of 2023, regardless of what the new threshold is. So if this has happened to you, please let me know. If you have any comments on this, please let me know. One question was, well, I as a seller got the form. Does the IRS get the 1099 form? It's very convoluted. eBay, as you know, their dashboard is convoluted. They'll say one thing and do something else. It's just out of hand. And this is a very frustrating time now, because people may not have the proper receipts. They might not have the proper documentation. And now they have to file with the IRS for if they sold even $2,000 on eBay. If you its gross sales on $2,000 on eBay, which meant after fees and shipping labels and ad fees, their profit may have been $700. But you have a 1099 form that says you have gross sales of $3,000, you have gross sales of $4,000, you have gross sales of $5,000, and you have to file now with the IRS, because the IRS, I guess, has a 1099K form that says you just sold $6,000 worth of stuff on eBay, when in reality your profit may be $3,000 on eBay. Whatever your cost of the record was, whatever your fees are, whatever the shipping label is, whatever your expenses are, ink, paperwork, record boxes, going to the post office, etc. But my main concern is, if anyone out there knows about this glitch, if you could shed some light on it, please do. Because I just went on eBay and I checked all my eBay, people that I go to that discuss eBay's rules and regulations, eBay scams, etc., which are all very knowledgeable. I didn't see anything yet. But just to reiterate, the threshold is for 2023 was $20,000 in sales and 200 transactions simultaneously. You had to have 20,000 and 200. Boom. You got a 1099. If you fell below that threshold, eBay wasn't required to generate a 1099. That's my point. I want everyone to know you got to pay your taxes regardless if you 1099K or not, if you had a profit of over 600. But the regulation was to eBay, the seller doesn't need to get a 1099K if you fall under that $2,000 sales, 200 transaction threshold. Now, what eBay's doing is they're sending it to everybody. If you sold, again, $1,000 on eBay and had, say, 30 transactions, you're going to get a 1099. So guess what? Talk to your accountant. But I want to know if anyone has any information on this. If eBay has any information on this, please write to the comments below. And like I said, just another public announcement from LPs Are Us. We aren't just records. We're trying to help you guys out in selling or flipping or buying on eBay or buying from Marketplace or whatever. So thank you for listening. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. We're going to keep on getting these great messages out to you guys. And I appreciate all the subs and everything else. But good luck with this 1099K stuff, because once again, eBay has dropped the ball and we're all going to have to pay for it in extra fees for your accounting and extra paperwork for your accountant. So thanks a lot. Keep rocking and let me know what you think. I really appreciate it. Ciao.